Oh, I cringe every time I see the ending of that introduction. You know, where I give that mean and moody stare at the camera. I go, oh, God, what was I thinking then, man? Anyway. Let me just get rid of that little bit there. Okay, so this is a little old pop-up stream. It's Sunday afternoon. It's about 12:30. Yes, in the UK. Now, I done a live stream last night, and the plan was to have a guest on. But then I think we both got a bit confused with the times. I forgot all about it. And basically, late in the evening is the early hours of the morning in Thailand. So basically, hello to everybody who's turned up. Club fellas, Steve James, Barry, Dude, Paul Harrison, Smooth Operator, Crypto Chris Card, Tandra, nice to hear from you. So I done a live phone in yesterday. All right, I haven't actually seen it yet, so I don't know the results of it. But really, I mean, Tanda was one of the first guests on it, so you know, whatever, you know, thanks for coming along, Tanda. Steve James, whatever. Martin, okay, Crypto Chris Card. Where are you at, Eddie? I'm in. I'm home. I'm in Britain. I'm in Britain. I mean, you can tell this is Britain because that looks nice and tropical behind me, but I'm wearing a bloody big jumper there. Anyway, Andrew Johnson, nice to hear from. See, this is good. Andrew's in Thailand as well. So this is all right doing it at this time because I can get people who are in Thailand, you see. That's great. Nice to hear from you, mate, anyway. So anyway, we've got a guest here to tell us all about what the current situation is in Thailand. A guy who's, you've seen him before, so we liked him so much that we invited him back for a command performance. And without further ado, here is David R. Nice to hear from you, David.
Yo, we're here. We're not doing well, but we're here.
Oh, okay. Well, David is in Bangkok right now, and those who remember him from a stream that we done before a while back now, will probably may remember that he's actually lost a lot of weight deliberately. He's been on a very strict diet, haven't you, David? Yeah.
Well, I was back home, but I'm certain I gained some weight here, but I haven't been weighing myself.
Yeah. I don't weigh myself either. I just go by what I see in the mirror, really, which is not always very, very good. But yeah, well done. You lost a lot of weight, but okay. A question, how are you feeling right now at this moment in time?
Oh, I just got a really bad case of diarrhea. It just came on. I think that last bit of food I ate in the beach did me in on Friday.
Which beach was that?
Jumped in.
Jumped in because you have a condo there, yeah? Yeah. So it can happen. David, I know what it's like. I mean, I traveled, during the winter time. and I had let's just say that how long did I stay in Phuket with Patong? Was it a week that I stayed there, something like that, as part of my travels? I wasn't impressed with the food there, and I struggled to get a decent, satisfying meal there. And I ended up going to McDonald's of a night time, and I shouldn't name them, but I think that's where my stomach upset started. And it carried on into Bangkok, and I had a dreadful So I'm wishing you the best anyway. I know you're hotel bound at the moment, and I'm wishing you all the best anyway, but a speedy recovery. Let's just say hello to everybody here. Stephen Kennedy, Paul C, Rant and Rave, Scott G. United Wellproof. Hey Eddie, what's your thoughts on inflation? Do you think we'll talk about? Let's have that one on the Steady Eddie live channel. Okay, Eamon Coyle, bars are open again at Pattaya after the 24-hour closure. Watch you on replay. Okay. Crypto Chris says Thailand is too hot at the moment. So anyway, enough of that. You're coming to the end of your 6 weeks travel in Thailand. So tell us about it. Where exactly have you been then?
Well, I did Songkran, which was just absolutely crazy. I can't believe I was able to endure what I did for a week. And that was my first sickness. I might have had COVID. I'm not certain, but I had a really bad respiratory infection. And it really dragged me down. And the word on the street was that there was a huge spike in COVID infections after Songkran, but they're not really doing anything about it here. But I went to Chiang Mai when I was really sick. And I basically had to, I basically had to stay in the hotel for the 4 days. I was able to get out for a little bit on a couple nights, but that was a really bad infection, just upper head, nose was just every color of the rainbow coming out. But it took about a week to get over that. Could have been COVID. I never got tested, so I don't know.
There's nothing worse, is there? Because you look forward to your travels so much, and in a week it's like as if you're being robbed of something, really. I was like that when I come back from Phuket. I really pitted the illness down, exacerbated in Bangkok, and even though I was only in Bangkok for 3 days, I lost those 3 days completely, and I hated that. I hate losing any days.
Well, I got here. When did I get here? Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. And
I was able to make it on the bus, but then as soon as I got here, the diarrhea just really started coming on. So I got some antibiotics.
Oh, God.
I'm taking the Imodium, and we're going to see if I can get it calmed down in the next night or two. But last night was really bad. I didn't get any sleep.
Oh, that's dreadful.
But, I've been coming here for 25 years. This ain't the first time I've been sick here. I've had diarrhea here before. I've had everything here before. It's par for the course, this kind of climate.
Yeah. Oh, and what do you think? You said you've had that illness many times. What do you think is the most common cause of that? Exactly.
Diarrhea, although, I usually get it just a little bit here and there off and on, but this one's one of the ones I haven't had this bad in a while. And ironically, I bumped into some other tourists and they were saying they have it too. So the thing about, Thailand is things seem to catch on and go around easily here. Once you kind of get something, you find out everybody else has it.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I've had it very, very rarely, actually. But when you do get it, you know about it. I had it once. In fact, I could probably count on one hand over the years how many times I've had that severe stuff. Once was in Cuba many, many years ago. I got it, and I think it was eating salad which hadn't been washed properly. I think it was something like that. I also had it in Laos, and in Cambodia, and in Taiwan. I've had it, and the most common cause with all of those 3 countries I just mentioned there, not Cuba, but the other 3 countries, is rice. That tends to be it. And I'd say I even know when the danger zone is. It tends to be when you arrive in a new town in the afternoon. There's not really much open, and you end up going to a little cafe where they knock up something very, very quickly, and it usually involves rice that's been sitting there for a good few hours or the previous night. So I think rice is the main villain for me. I'm always cautious of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hit and miss. I mean, I was here 6 weeks, last October. I didn't get sick, didn't get anything once. It all depends on who's coming in, what's the time of year, stuff goes around.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's just have a little look at the chat for a moment.
If anybody has any questions, on what's going on right now, the bars just reopened. The local election is over. Now, next Saturday is the national election. I'll be gone, thankfully.
Yeah.
But that's the big one where they're going to vote whether China Cha stays in or not.
Yeah. Now, Tandra says, I done a phone in last night, David. I only with my mobile phone, but it was the start of something good. Tandra, who phoned in last night, a lady who phoned in last night, she wants to know, is it busy there at the moment?
It's not really busy. It was for Songkran. I mean, it was super busy. They hadn't done Songkran in 4 years, so everybody from all over the world came in, and it was just nuts. The Thais went nuts. And now pretty much everybody's gone home. This is the start of the low season. It's super hot. It was well over 40 here in Bangkok today.
Keep that in mind.
This is what they call the beginning of low season. Plus, the rain seems to have started early this year. There's been a couple downpours already.
May.
So,
Well, I once went to Thailand in the month of May, and I went there because I seen such a good value flight with Royal Jordanian that I simply couldn't resist. And I went there for about 3 weeks in the month of May, and it probably rained for almost all of the time there. But I still had my fun in Pattaya, although I went to Koh Chang. And I think the worst thing you can do during the rainy season is to go to an island. You will see what's being. I know that's Hawaii here at the back of me there, which is not an island. But you will see images like that of an island. And when you get there, that's what you want it to look like. The problem is if you go to an island when it's raining all the time, I mean, what else can you do? At least in cities, there's other things to do. So I'd avoid the islands during the rainy season. I really, really would. But do you think, David, that do you think that it's going to be a very, very, very long and very painful and low season in Thailand? I suspect it is because of the high price of flights.
I think so. Everybody that kind of owns bars here are saying so. But I will say one thing. Yeah. I have never seen so much reconstruction here as I've seen. Pretty much everything that was vacant 2 years ago, somebody is building it now. They are getting ready for next high season.
Yeah. Well, but the high season lasts, only a third of the year or even a quarter of the year, really. I mean, they're really high.
Well, and they didn't get nearly what they thought they were going to get this high season either, and I think it's because of the airfares.
Yeah, well, I thought the high seasons. I was there in the high season. But we're not exclusively in Thailand. I was also in Cambodia and Malaysia. But from what I see in Thailand, it did look quite busy. But I know someone else said the high season wasn't really as high as it should have been. But I think it's because of the airfares. I mean, I'm glancing at flights now. If I looked on the internet and I seen a really, really, really good, good value flight coming up soon, I'd probably book it. And I think, what the hell? I mean, I can't resist that. But even the low season flights, I'm seeing are very, very expensive. They really, really are. So I think that's going to keep people away. And I think it's going to be a very, very long and very painful low season out in Thailand.
Well, I really think I paid $875 for this ticket. And I was actually looking the other night for a ticket to come back around October again, and it was the same price. I can go for about $875 on All Nippon.
Well, that's good, isn't it? That's good.
So it's not expensive for me coming out of LA. I don't know. I think the European stuff is a lot more expensive.
Yeah, maybe that's the case. I never thought of it that way. Okay, let's have a little look. Malaz, hey, at the old chat. Greetings from Sydney, Australia. So we've got Australia in the house. I believe it's beyond midnight there. Jason Finch, what's happening with Gary? Melbourne, and we've got Sydney and Melbourne now. Nice to hear from you, Gary. Mark, Pattaya versus busy straight the cow. So, Malos, Songkran, bad for tourism, avoid like the plague. I've never been there during Songkran. I'm usually back. I'm usually home by the time Songkran goes place. I've only seen images of it, but I haven't liked the look of it really. I haven't really liked the look of Songkran at all. I mean, all that throwing water, I think I get fed up with that very, very soon.
Oh, I do want to say that because I was stuck in the hotel room all today, I got treated to the 7-hour live stream of Chucky getting coronated.
Oh, really? Really? 7? Oh, really? So how did that go? How did the Thais feel about the coronation then?
Oh, I sat and watched it on YouTube in my room here, but it was very fascinating. But, you know, the thing that's a disgrace is Harry not showing up.
He did show up, but he was just like an outcast.
I didn't see him. He wasn't sitting next to William.
Oh no, he wasn't allowed to. He was sitting about 3 rows back. He was he wasn't invited, but he was wandering around like a sore thumb, really. You know, I'm tempted to say I felt sorry for him because he's an outcast from that family now, and I would imagine he probably, you know, the way he was shunned, he probably regrets going there. Maybe he's able to say, you know, he was at the coronation, but I don't know. I think his problems are even if he tries to come back, the prodigal son with his tail between his legs. I don't think he's going to be accepted. You know.
Well, the Thai king went to the coronation.
I didn't. I heard that. I didn't actually see him. But I didn't
see him either. But he was there.
Yeah. Let's see. Peter Blue says probably get a cheaper flight during low season. Well, I can't see them. Who else have we got here? Mark Ollig is in. Nice to hear from you, Mark. Mark was turned up last night. You know, early in the morning. So in America, that would be about 7:45 in the morning, Minnesota. Nice to hear from you, anyway, Mark. Anyway, great to hear from you. Marlos, love the wet season in Southeast Asia. Okay. Jason Finch is the bottom. Whittaker wins Stanley. Yeah, Whittaker wins Stanley. Songkran look like awesome fun on YouTube vids, I saw, but it gets a bit annoying. Okay, let's see. Peter Blue, do you think guys the flight price will go down to pre-COVID levels?
It depends on the sectors because, you know, like in LA, they'll come down after the Chinese airlines start flooding back into the USA. You know, they just started flying again. I used to get tickets for $500 to go to Bangkok. So you won't see that again until all the routes pick up again.
Yeah, that's very, very good value, isn't it? That's cheaper than what we get in the UK.
Yeah.
Boohoo, hello. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, Tandra, great time, Eddie, to catch all around the world. Yeah, we've got Australia, we've got America, we've got everyone. This is not a bad little old time, this, to be honest with you. Let's see. What's this? Yeah, what's this? Booger. The family is a sham. Okay, you talk about the royal family. We talked about the royal family last night, so I'm not going to dwell on that anyway. But it was entertaining to watch anyway. I must say, entertaining. It's kind of brain dead entertainment. I watched it while I was having my breakfast and whatever. But anyway, so what else can you tell us about Thailand? I mean, where exactly have you been during your travels this time, Dave?
Well, I went to Phuket. I mean, the first 3 weeks I had no problems. You know, it was great. It was Songkran that did me in. I mean, I was walking. I walked.
Gotta get this up.
God, I walked 20 kilometers that day in Pattaya.
Yeah.
I mean, and the problem is, you get soaking wet. The water's filthy. You go in and out of air conditioning into a 7-Eleven, and 2 days later you're hit with something. So. Since then, it's been a damper. Yeah. Like I said, I did go to Chiang Mai. I was able to make it there. I didn't really get much out of it. It was real hot and smoggy. And then I came back, kind of got better. in Pattaya for a while. I was able to go out
Yeah,
and do stuff. And like I said,
yeah,
this diarrhea just hit me yesterday. So, and
yeah.
I'm leaving on Wednesday. So that's why I kind of want to get it a little bit under control.
Absolutely, oh, yeah, it's absolutely. At least in airports, there's plenty of public conveniences. And anyway, Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson says going out soon. He's in Thailand now. It's almost what's that? Oh, it's almost 7 o'clock. Going out soon, checking out the nightlife. Should be okay. Andrew Johnson is in. Andrew Johnson is in John TM. He
Oh, he's down there.
Yeah. He's in John TM. He's having a really, really good retirement out there. So good for him. Anyway,
Oh,
nice of you to call along. Anyway, Andrew. Let's see. Who's this? Master of the Cranium. There's a title, isn't it? Overall, what is your favourite country to Ed? Well, I like Thailand a lot. I mean, that's probably the easiest. I think Thailand should be called Easy Land, really, shouldn't it? Because everything is so easy, really, isn't it? Somebody mentioned, Colombia and other countries. I've been to Colombia, but you can't really, you can't just. I mean, you could walk to the nightlife zone from your hotel in Colombia, but you've always got to be looking over your shoulder or be careful, or you're never ever totally at ease. I can walk around Bangkok or Pattaya in the early hours of the morning and not really worry about too much. I mean, you simply can't do that in places like Brazil or Colombia.
well, you know what Thai means in English, right? It means free. So
Yeah,
Thailand means free land.
yeah, Freeland. Yeah, that's good. That's a good title. That is a good title. That's a good title. But I think it's easy because when I went there, everything's easy. The food is easy. Getting a hotel is easy. Everything's easy about it. I won't say the women are easy because that's not woke to say that. Yeah, I won't say that. Uh, except they're not as easy as they used to be. Well, do you like trolls, do you, Dave? I think some of them are funny. Ed's he stole my avatar, the cheeky bastard. Ed Sweeney.
Oh,
Dave Bangkok was don't you just
I
look?
wish
I
I
don't mind
was.
that. I don't mind that, Dave. I mean, but the other week on Facebook, some bastard actually stole my full Facebook name and profile pic. Not that one. Was obviously passing himself off as me. So I don't know why anyone would want to impersonate me. So Phuket. Tell us a little bit about Patong. What you thought about? Was that the only place in Phuket that you stayed?
Yeah, I always stay in Patong. I mean, but I've told you before, I like Phuket. I
I did.
always go there for 5 nights every time I come to Thailand. I like it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, well, I'll tell you what, there's one thing to begin with at the very beginning in terms of a beach resort. Pattaya is a beach resort or beach city, if you want to say that. Patong is also a beach resort, but they're the similarities. And you walk down to the front of Patong and you are greeted with a beautiful beach. It looks beautiful
Yeah.
and it looks clean. Pattaya is not really the same, is it? I mean, I
No,
wouldn't
but the funny thing is, every time I
yeah,
go to Patong, I never even go to the beach. I'm not there
yeah,
for the beach.
yeah. I like a walk along the beach. I mean, but I would
Yeah.
swim in Patong Beach. I would swim, but I would never ever swim in Pattaya. Never.
Oh
I just
no.
like I
Any
just like a quick walk along there. You know what I mean? To see
anybody
if
that's
there's
been
any,
around knows about the water in Pattaya.
yeah. I just walk along there to see if there's any hot ladies in skimpy
Yeah.
bikinis, and then when I don't see any, I go elsewhere. You know.
Yeah, the beach life this trip was kind of dull. Usually I do the same thing. I sit on the beach 4 hours a day and kind of look what
Yeah,
walks by, and
yeah.
was all foreigners, just very few Thai people.
The thing about Pattaya, which puts me off, going down the beach, you see all these old men with their shirts off, and they haven't shaved their chest, and they've got big bushy grey hairy chests, and I think, oh my god, I don't think I'm quite at that stage yet, but when I do get to, I'm gonna have a total shave, and I know I'll keep meaning to say that. Yeah,
We were
random guy.
sitting there, and about this guy looked like at least close to 80. Just
Yeah.
took his bathing suit off right in front of us, big balls hanging down to his knees and everything, and
Ah,
changed into his shorts. Everybody was throwing up.
Oh, God almighty. That sounds bloody awful. Random guy. Can Dave tell us something that he enjoyed in Thailand?
Oh, Songkran.
You enjoyed Songkran, so you actually like that then, yeah?
Oh, I mean, I'm probably not going to do it again because,
Yeah,
I did it 4 years ago and I didn't do it to this extreme. So I thought this time I would do it all out once.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think I'm going to do it again. I mean, like I told you, it made me ill. I mean,
yeah.
there's too many viruses going around in that thing.
Yeah, yeah. I've never done. I've never actually been there in Songkran. Like somebody mentioned, my experience with Songkran is seeing it on videos, YouTube, and it looks a bit annoying to me. I don't think I really want to do that.
Well, in Pattaya, they drag it on for a week, which
Yeah.
a lot of people get annoyed. I mean, you're sitting in the bot bus, you just want to get to the central, and the next thing you know, some Indian tourist, comes up and dumps a bucket of water on you that doesn't understand that,
Oh,
there's kind of rules associated with it.
oh, that's bloody pathetic. That is. Oh, that. Oh no, I don't think I'd like that. I don't think I'd like that very much.
Yeah. And then, but Pattaya does it 19. They do it on the 19th. They call it, they turn it into another holiday. I forget what it's called in Thai, but in English it's called It's Flowing. And it's
Yeah,
basically 19 and 20. And
yeah,
all the beach cities do it. And that's when the whole city's closed. Everybody's roaming the streets. The Thais are in trucks with big tubs of water in the back.
yeah.
And if you go out anywhere, you are getting drenched.
Oh, that's no. I think I made a wise decision avoiding Songkran. I don't enjoy that. So how about Chiang Mai? How long were you in? You know.
I was there 4 nights, but unfortunately,
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
during it's the world's most polluted city right now
yeah,
with the
yeah,
air and
yeah,
the burning.
yeah, yeah,
That didn't bother me too much because I was stuck in the room most of the time, but
yeah,
it
yeah.
was hot and you could smell smoke everywhere.
Have you been to Chiang Mai before?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah, yeah. So you actually like the place, yeah?
Oh yeah, I like it for about 3 or 4 nights. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I've been to Chiang Mai 3 times, and each time I've liked it less. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. I mean, the first time I went to Chiang Mai was my very first visit to Thailand many years ago, and I liked it because it seemed like it looked like one of those rather grim English market towns with Buddhist temples. That's what it looked
That's
like.
what's nice about it. It's real
Yeah,
low key. It's real touristy. So if you like all that kind of stuff, but I mean, I've done all that stuff millions of times. I mean, the
yeah,
reason why I go to Chiang Mai is I know I have some friends that live up there,
yeah, yeah.
and I know people that own bars and stuff like that. So I'm mainly going up to see people I know, not just for something to do.
Yeah, I've never really understood. Chiang Mai is a place which is very popular for expats, and I've never really understood that. I always thought expats want to live by a beach, but some of the expats
Uh,
that I've come across,
well,
yeah,
it's cooler up there, as you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
I would have thought,
cheaper.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's I think that the kind of expats, the British ones anyway, are the type that I'm not always too keen on. They just want to get together and drink beer all day and shout and swear about football, and I mean, whatever. I walked into a bar and some expat started talking to me, and then all of a sudden his friends heard my accent and started shouting and swearing about football. I mean, tell me, David, in America, do Americans shout and swear about American sport the way that we
If you
do?
go to a, if you go to a sports bar and there's a
Yeah,
critical game on, yeah, people will get drunk and shout.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I thought okay, if you want to say hello to me, mate, you can say hello to me. But do you really need to shout and swear about stupid bloody football? They're the kind of expats. That wasn't a good impression that I got. But I liked Chiang Mai. The last time I was there, I found it was a little bit dull, but I think I blame myself for that. I think I stayed in the wrong hotel that was too far away from town, and also I didn't really bother. I didn't really make the effort after a couple of days. So maybe if I seen it again, I would give Chiang Mai another try. Definitely.
Yeah, stay in the old city. If you're not
Yeah.
near the old city, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what it is, Dave, I do recall I stayed at a hotel, and on Booking.com it said that it was located about, a short distance away from the old city. It wasn't. I mean, it was well away. It involved a long bloody, yeah, taxi journey.
I
But
stay near the night bazaar.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably good. That's probably a good place to
That's the
be. Yeah,
best area.
yeah, yeah. Oh, they do, and they have some good live bands on there as well, don't they? They do have some good live bands. I mean, some of
Yeah,
those.
around the night bazaar.
Yeah, yeah. Andrew Johnson says Chiang Mai, a temple around every corner. Yeah, there's
That's
lots of
correct.
temples, but the problem is they all
It's
tend
like
to look.
Luang Prabang
Yeah,
in Laos.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think I went to Luang Prabang, which is nice. But I think Chiang Mai is a bit livelier and than that really is. Although that's a nice town, but the problem with all the temples is that they tend to look the same, and a lot of them tend to go over the top with the statues. Now, I swear I'm not making this up, but I was once in a temple in Chiang Mai, and I was looking at all the statues, various colourful statues in the grounds, and I swear that I saw a statue in a Buddhist temple of Donald Duck. I'm swear that it was Donald. That's bloody Donald Duck. That's how short of ideas they are. Well, let's see. Uh, okay, let's see. Oh, Stephen O'Connor is here. Stephen O'Connor from Phnom Penh. I met Steve very, very briefly, but and I think Steve had a little bit of an illness as well. At that time. Steve O'Connor. Sorry, apart from the roasting weather here in Phnom Penh, it's good. Lots of Asian tourists in town for the Asian Games. That sounds terrific. That sounds terrific. The roasting weather. Oh, I wish we could have a bit of roasting weather here in England. It doesn't seem fair. We're supposed to have 4 seasons in a year. How is it that one season, winter, lasts longer than all the other ones put together? But yeah, apart from well, we could do it a bit of roasting weather, Steve. But yeah, no, I miss Phnom Penh. It's a good city. That it's a really, really good city. Yeah, you like Phnom Penh as well, don't you, Dave?
Oh yes, I love going up there. It's fantastic. It is hot there, but
Yeah,
it's a great nightlife there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. It's a lot of beautiful ladies in Phnom Penh as well. It's always been a good place. I mean, that place when I first went there many years ago really blew me away. It was really the friendliness of the people, really. I mean, Steve O'Connor lives in Phnom Penh, so that's probably not a bad place to
Oh,
live.
so you pick up your Khmer, you say you're Suicidai and you're a Kun, and they like you a lot.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, no, I do have and I will return to Cambodia again.
Siem
It's
Reap too.
Siem Reap's a lovely town, beautiful, beautiful town. I love Siem. It's very, very likable, Siem Reap. And both of those places, Chinookville was also good, but that's gone down the Swanee River now, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I
Kampot,
don't go there.
Kampot, I'll tell you what, I met some expats in Kampot, and I can honestly say that I've never ever met a bunch of expats anywhere. It was so happy and enthusiastic about the place where they've chosen to live as the ones I met in Kampot. So Cambodia's still got a lot going for it. Really, really has. Anyway, nice to hear from you, Steve. Anyway, I hope all's well, mate. Let's see. Let's see now. Okay. Yeah, what have we got there? What we do now? Oh, Andrew Johnson, beautiful etiquette lady. Said, "Oh, etiquette." I did a live stream. I reckon that had 16,000 views when I uploaded it to YouTube. I think there's only no. It might have had 17,000. I don't know what it's got, but that's quite a lot of views for a live stream. What it is, I kind of got gazumped by a girl in a bar, and I ended up doing a live stream with etiquette, the Cambodian version of the kids, and she was good fun. It was a good fun stream, that was. Okay, oh my God Almighty! Oh my, some people. Okay, let's get this on the screen. See what you make of it.
It's illegal to not wear underwear.
I'll tell you what's illegal for Lang Barang It's illegal if somebody catches you doing it. That's the illegal bit. Okay.
I always call that a waste of time in Thailand.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sandra, Eddie, is it Eddie? Is it Phnom Penh you got followed up? No, that was Siam Reap. That was Siam Reap, wasn't it? That lovely town Siam Reap, and that really nice that wonderful Soksam. I love. Did you know the Soksam Road area in Siam Reap, David? Do you know that area? It's good, and there's some really really cool late night bars there in Soksam Road, and you know they are really really cool. So always has had some really cool late night bars. But I got followed back to the hotel by a extremely persistent lady boy, and it was a bit of a scary experience.
Hello.
Yeah, darling, hello, darling. It's okay, darling. Followed me right into the bloody hotel because there was no security there. Oh my God. But apart from that, Siam Reap is cool. Here we go, Stephen Goodell. But I'm gonna okay. Oh, it's getting fun, this, isn't it? Okay, Isan Man. Now, Isan Man is in Thailand as well. Isan Man has some great information. Nice to hear from you there, Isan Man. The direct flights between India and Cambodia are set to start later this year, so that will change the visitor demographic. Okay, between India and Cambodia. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you do get some Indians in Cambodia, but did I see many Indians last time? I can't remember, to be honest, but I wasn't paying attention to them. But Vikings, that was the best stream ever. You talk about the Earth and Kit one, absolutely. Let's Paul Harrison. I remember they following you. Oh my God, I remember it well. Never again. Yeah, somebody calls us out Rent Boy. Yeah, we got a Rent Boy here in the house if anyone's interested. Yeah, Rent Boy here. Okay, we're politically correct here. We've got nothing against him anyway. Rent Boy, have you ever been with a lady or a lady boy? That is the first time I've ever seen anyone writing it like that with a stroke in between it. They just go lady boys. Rent Boy, have you ever been with a lady boy? Well, I know what you've been with, Rent Boy, anyway, and I hope the dirty old men appreciate you. Let's see. Okay. Mick, man, Stephen Goodall, Bucher, okay, whatever. Yeah, Donald Trump is in the house. Okay, good afternoon. The local president's in that. Okay, nice to hear from you, Donald Trump. Really, really nice to hear from you. Do you get involved much in American politics, David?
No, I can't be bothered with it anymore. It's all BS.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. God, all these. I mean, I'm very, very ageist in terms of politicians and political leaders. I prefer them to be older. That's why I'm so glad that Charles, became king rather than William, because William is a young lad. He's far too young, whereas Charles is waiting 10. But if you look at these American presidential candidates, Joe Biden and Trump, I mean, I think they're a bit pushing it a bit. Somebody made a joke once about Ronald Reagan being so old. If he's so old, then how come he doesn't have grey hair? And the joke was, that's the colour hair goes after it's been grey. So these fellas here. How was Trump got orange hair at his age?
Well, it's called the same reason I do. It's called hair dye.
Yeah, is that what it is?
But hey, one more thing on Chucky. I heard it created a big controversy of Camilla walking with a crown on.
Oh my God, David. Did she not look absolutely absurd? Didn't she look absurd? I've got a photograph here in case anyone didn't see it last night. I'm going to put it on the screen again, okay? In case anybody didn't see it. Oh no, I've deleted it. I've deleted it from my phone app. It looked bloody. I mean, the two of them with those crowns. I mean, it looked like something out of Monty Python, didn't it? I mean, it looked absolutely bloody. It looked like a Mad Hatter's tea party. For Christ's sake, it looked a bit absurd.
But what was she doing wearing that? She's not supposed to be queen. Prince Philip never wore a crown.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, she was the Queen's con. She sort of unveiled her way in there. But I kind of like. Oh, come on, let's be honest. It's all a bit absurd anyway, isn't it? It's the royalty. It's all a bit of a grotesque parody of itself anyway, isn't it? And I kind of enjoyed it. It was all a bit of fun. But I would love to know what thoughts were going through Camilla's head when she was sitting. And she looked so nervous. Not Charles, because he's used to all of that. So nervous when she's sitting in that chair, and all of a sudden this geezer approaches her with this bloody big crown. I'm going to put this on your head. She looked terrified. Absolutely.
You see, the thing is, I like the royalty, but then again, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the British taxpayer, we pay for it, but we do get a lot back in terms of. Yeah, in terms of what they are, and I like the idea we've got a royal family. I like it. I know it's corny, but it's good fun. You know what I mean? Anyway, Mark Ollig, I'm still trying to get Eddie to come across the pond and see the sights. Minnesota in February, that'll be nice. Lovely cold temperatures, frozen lakes, and lots of snow. A winter wonderland, don't you? That sounds absolutely amazing. That sounds wonderful. I haven't seen
to live in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many videos of Minnesota in winter. I was watching one the other night on Colorado, and it looks absolutely awesome. Okay, we've got to arrange something sooner or later. That sounds fantastic. Anyway, I mean, we don't get snow where I live. We just get rain, and more rain. To be honest with you. Yeah. Dave Bull. Okay, Dave is such a breath of fresh air. It's lovely to see someone with a happy-go-lucky attitude. Really lights up the skin. See, there you go. Dave,
what, me?
Yeah, Dave likes you.
I'm happy-go-lucky. Okay.
Rent boy. What kind of bloody soul calls himself rent boy? Is he offering his services to it? Listen, if anyone's interested, we've got a rent boy here. Yeah, rent boy's in the house. I'd give Camilla a pearl necklace. I don't think she'd want one from you somehow. I think Charles might. Stephen O'Connor, where is your next trip? If it's around the UK, you should check out Jersey or Guernsey in the Channel Islands. Do you know, I've never been to those places. Never been there. I've heard that Jersey's a very, very nice place. I don't know what the script is really, but I've heard that they are nice anyway. So thanks for that anyway, Steve. London Cab Thailand, he's a good guy. Hello, Ed. Hello, Dave. All the best. Okay, nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. Great to hear from you. Let's see. Richard is here. Yeah, Richard, a crown and a cape. I thought I saw a lady in Thailand that looked like Camilla, a secret makeover. Do you know something? Camilla actually gets better looking as she gets older. Bearing in mind, I think she's a couple of years older than Charles, I think she's about 76, something like that. And she's a well-kept woman for her age. And whatever anyone says, I think she looks more royal than, Diana was. Diana was, we didn't really get to know. We never seen Diana get to a senior age. And it's very, very sad what happened to her. But I think Charles and Camilla, they're a right royal couple.
Yeah, but look at it this way. You should be happy we can talk about them on the stream. If you did this in Thailand about the Thai royal family, we'd be arrested tomorrow.
Exactly. You are exactly. I mean, we don't exactly have freedom of speech in Britain. Not full freedom of speech, but at least we can speak our mind about what we think about people. United, well improved. I feel that Prince William would make a great king 3 decades or earlier in years from now. 3 decades or in years, and I don't think most of us will actually say Prince William, because don't forget Charles is 74. His father lived till 99, so there's every reason to believe that Charles might make it to something similar. So I think Charles is here to stay. He's going to be around for a long time to come. Really, really is.
William's all business.
Yeah. William's good, but he's got to wait his turn the way that Charles did. Yeah, Eastern man. Of course, she is a queen. The crown she wore was Queen Mary's. It became queen because she married George V. When was Queen Mary on the throne? When was Queen Mary on the throne? Was she before? I don't actually know what time. Was that after Queen Victoria, or you know? I mean, maybe the idea that maybe Camilla knew that was Queen Mary's crown, and that's probably why she was so horrified at it. You're not putting that old bloody buckety thing on my head, are you? But
I don't know. We've got the ship in California.
Yeah. That's what I know it from. Okay, we're getting naughty. Let's see. Bilbao Kelso, Ed, had he left as quick as he could, if he could, I don't think he would come back again. He's under their thumb. But I felt, I felt a little bit. I felt a little bit sorry for Prince Harry. I know that he's the architect of his own future, but he stood. Those who've seen him there, and he was there. He kind of was like a sore thumb, really, wasn't he? He was just so out of place, and I think he probably. Yeah, be in two minds whether I should have gone there. Harry knows his future if it lies elsewhere, really. I don't think
she ruined him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's my thought. My thought is, I mean, she's a lovely woman, Megan. Don't get me wrong, but I can't see that marriage lasting. I think Harry will try and come back with his tail between his legs. Just my.
I wouldn't give up my royal family for that thing.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't give up the royal family for it. Definitely not. Mark Oleg, Dave, I know Wisconsin very well. My family lived in Grantsburg, and I have friends in Madison, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, how far is that from California?
Wisconsin's next to Minnesota, so they get the punishable winters there.
Yeah. I'm not familiar.
They're kind of rival states.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I would. I'd love to see the American, the heart of the country. I really, really would. Let's see. Getting all cat. We may as well put controls of fun they are. Rent Boy's telling us he gives us. Dave, no, we don't want to talk about bloody. We don't want to talk about crap like that. Yeah, Tanja. Camilla does have a deep voice. Yeah, but so did Lauren Bacall. She had a deep voice. Funny enough, I've never heard much of Camilla's voice. I mean, because she hardly speaks, does she? She doesn't seem. She's not. I think that's one of the things I kind of like about her. I mean, if she was a big mouth woman, who went on interviews and was mouthing her off, I think that's a lot of women don't realize this. The biggest turn off for men, is a woman with a big mouth. But the fact that Camilla is quite quiet and doesn't really give many interviews and rarely says, I think that's part of her attraction. Have you ever had that scenario, by the way, Dave? Have you ever been in a club or a bar or anywhere, any kind of social place, and you've seen a nice woman and you thought, oh, she's a nice woman. She's a nice woman and I like her. And then you've gone over to talk to her. And then you said, hello, my name's Dave, Dave. And and you spoke to her. And within about 30 seconds, you have thought to yourself, my God, what a gobby bitch. What a mouthy, gobby bitch.
It's usually the ones that smoke.
Is it really? Yeah, is it? Yeah, well, okay, I never considered it that way. But, I mean, a woman with a big mouth is the biggest sin. Oh, God, I met a few of them like that. Honestly.
And smoking. Nothing's worse than a woman that smokes.
No, well, I never smoked anyway. But Camilla has a deep voice. She may do, but I think quietness, is part of her, part of her appeal, really. Yeah, we're getting a bit naughty here. Steve Goodall, Camilla often says it as it happens. Does she? I've never heard her. Dave Bull, Ed, are you off the booze forever, or is this just a few weeks off? No, it's permanent. It is permanent. As for the travels, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I will. But I'm actually off the booze now. It's actually been 5 weeks now, and I don't feel any inclination to go back on the booze. I'd like to say that I've lost weight, but I haven't. I'm still eating and I'm eating far too much fruit I'm having lovely fruit shakes and all this kind of stuff. I know fruit's good for you, but it's not. It can still be a little bit calorific, you know. But whether I'll drink beer again, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Dave, how much weight have you lost, by the way, Dave, since you started?
Well, before I left on the trip, it was about let's see, I went down 37 pounds.
37 pounds. Jesus, that's
Couple
2.5
stone.
stone. That's bloody good. That is good stuff. That is good. I
mean,
wish I could lose it. Yeah, you can tell, you know, in the face, definitely. I mean, I wish I could lose it, but the thing is, I've unleashed the burden of alcohol. Anyone who's ever suggested a diet to me, I mean, I've often said, can I still drink beer on that diet? Well, which obviously the answer is no. But now that I'm no longer dependent on alcohol, then I can feel I can tackle a diet when the time is right. I mean, I've just
the
like,
rule,
you know,
the rule on any diet or weight loss is you can eat and drink whatever you want, just in the right quantities.
Yeah.
It's not about giving stuff up. It's about controlling things.
Yeah. I've just I've made a big step over the last month. A big step of giving up the alcohol. I couldn't really believe that I could do it. But I have actually given up the alcohol now. I don't feel any inclination towards the alcohol now. So maybe
I'm impressed.
The next step is a healthier diet, really.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, well, I just do. I can now go in supermarkets and walk past, you know, the shelves of beer and wine and all the other stuff, and not feel any inclination to have any of it. We got some bloody trolls in here. Mark Ollick, Wisconsin is home of the Packers, legendary football. I'd love to explore all of that. I really would. Yeah, Sean Harris wants to know: are you a Vikings or a Green Bay fan?
Well, come on! I used to live in Wisconsin, so it's got to be the Packers.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so is that football or baseball or
football? American football.
American football. You saw how much I don't even know about English football. I don't even know about soccer, to be honest with you. But that sounds good. I think I'd rather enjoy an American football game rather than. I mean, our football soccer it's probably a bit bland. Really,
soccer's boring as fuck. I don't know why anyone. Australian football is very interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think the problem that I have is that people take soccer far too seriously, and you know they can't talk about it. They have to shout and swear and argue. And I thought, just pack it in. Pack it in. Let me see. Yeah, Steve Covey. Yeah, now there's a theory coming out that Camilla is not all woman. Yeah, Steve Goodall, but Lauren was a woman. Lauren Bacall, okay, was a woman. Yeah, Paul Allison. Maybe that's why she doesn't speak. Okay, apparently, you know, there's a theory going around here in this chat here that Camilla is a secret something or other. She's not all woman.
No.
Yeah, Steve Goodall. Camilla gives Charles D. Oh my, no, they're not getting into all of that. Scott J, can you see yourself making a trip to the USA ever? I would love to go to the USA, but I think I've missed the boat. Really, we'll see. I'd have to put my mind and plan and everything to that. I'd like to see the cities that my favorite movies were based in. You know, I was brought up on the movies. You know, when a lot of other young lads in where I come from were crazy about football. I was crazy about the movies. I knew so much. I knew as much about the movies as what everyone else knew about football. And I'd like to see the cities where my favorites movies were made, you know, New York, San Francisco. But I think I've missed a boat, really. The time just, there's lots of places I mean to go to that I've never got around to. Let's see. Yeah, Richard, King Charles had to wait 74 years to become king, while William will most likely only need to wait 25 years.
Well, that's not right. He's already 40.
Because he's over 20. I think what you mean, I think he's going to have to wait another 25 years, which means that William will probably be about 60s or 70s by that time. I think that's what you mean, Richard. But I mean, all as I know is that I'm a little bit ageist. I don't like the idea of politicians or rulers or people being younger than me. I mean, I'm actually older than the past few prime ministers. How old is the current prime minister, Rishi Wishy-Washy? He's only in his 40s, isn't he? I'm old enough to be his dad.
He was 50.
Really, with even 50, that's well younger than me. That I mean, I'm old enough to be almost old enough to be Rishi's dad. I could pass as Rishi's dad, couldn't I? No, don't answer that one. No, I like the idea that they're older. I would not like this country to be, 20 years or so, 20 years younger than me. I wouldn't like the idea. So I'm glad, Charles is older, and I like the idea of that. Let's see. Okay, where are we going now? Eastern Man here. Eastern Man is here again. Eastern Man. Elizabeth II, Father George VI, was the spare and never supposed to be king, so she was called Elizabeth after their mother. And I never really get that how the Queen Mother never ever became queen. I never. I kind of lost that one. Yeah, Bilbo Kelso. Ed, do you think Harry would turn up for his stepbrother being made king? If he was invited, he made it. You never know. By the time you're talking about William, yeah, he's talking about by the time William becomes king, they may have made up. I mean, brothers fall out and then they get back together again. They may be best of friends by then. We'll probably all be dead by the time that happens anyway. So I don't really see. Let's see. Let's see. Dave Bull, Eddie, adding walk into your life would make a big impact. Just 30 minutes a day and listen to some music. How do you know that I don't walk 30 minutes a day? Mark Hanley, have you given up pork pies, Ed? Unfortunately, yes. I mean, I love pork pies, but they're a definite no. They're so high in calories and they're not good for you. So unfortunately, yes. Frank Peter, didn't know you would realize you were drinking that much. I didn't realize it. Mark Oliver, we lost Vikings coach Bud Grant on March the 11th. He made it to 95. That's a good age, isn't it? 95. Anyway, 95. So let's see football. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Paul Harrison. Sunak looks about 19. Sunak is he's taking the bloody hammering right now, hasn't he, in the polls? But that's politics. We don't want to get into that just yet.
New month, new prime minister.
Yeah, Eastern Man. Don't they use Canadian cities to double as US cities in movies because it's cheaper? Toronto over New York. Is that true? Is it?
Yeah.
One thing I wasn't aware of that.
Because California is expensive to film in.
Yeah. Well, one thing. Yes, I have seen some movies which look American, and then at the end credits I've seen, filmed in Toronto and various other places. Well, one thing I do know, there were some movies around in the 1970s, some Canadian movies, where they tried to look American, really, to appeal to an American crowd. There was a really good. Before I go to this, there was a really good Canadian movie in the 1970s, which seems to have disappeared. It's rarely seen nowadays. There's a film called The Silent Partner with Christopher Plummer as the villain and Elliot Gould in it. And that was a really, really great thriller. And that was a Canadian movie. And they made it look even aggressively Canadian. So I wonder whatever happened to that film. I haven't seen that one for years.
Best Canadian movie in the 80s, Strange Brew.
Strange Brew. I don't think I've seen that one.
Look that one up.
I think David Cronenberg's films, I think some of them, he was Canadian, wasn't he? Some wonderful movies David Cronenberg made. You're nice and well proved. A celebration drink is fine, Eddie, not just every week. Not just every week. I mean, you're either going to drink or you don't drink. I mean, not just every week. You're not going to drink every week or every day. It's really, really not worth it. Anyway, so anyway, would anyone like to ask Dave questions about Thailand? Because we'll cut this one short. We've been on for an hour now anyway. And Dave's here like to tell us what you know what state Thailand is and how he's found. So you went to Chiang Mai, but that was a bit unfortunate, as I was in Bangkok on my last visit. Phuket, which you really. So how did you find Phuket? I mean, what, you know, did you really enjoy the place, the nightlife and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I got wiped out 2 nights in a row, and the day after I had to fly home. It was a bad hangover coming back.
Really? Really?
But I always have a good time in Phuket.
Yeah. It's not. I must admit, you know, it crossed my mind. I was there for a week in Patong, and I really liked it. One thing about Patong is that I struggled to get a decent meal there, even in some established restaurants. I wasn't enjoying my food, but I did think as the taxi was pulling away from Patong at the end of the week and take me to the airport to go to Bangkok. You know, I looked at some of the beaches and I thought to myself, you know, Phuket's a big island. It would be worth me once coming here for a whole month and just staying in Phuket for a whole month and exploring the place, because there's probably a lot more to it than Patong, isn't there?
Not really. I mean, you can go over to Patong Town. That's like a tourist area, but really it's all about resorts.
Yeah.
But the secret is if you're ever looking for a good meal in Thailand, you know, they have Thai, but the secret is go to the coffee club.
Yeah.
You know, that chain, they have really good food there. It's Western style food, but it's good. You'll pay a little bit more. It's not cheap. You know, you'll pay 300 baht for something, but it's good food.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll bear that one in mind. Yeah, London Cab Thailand. I've got a great friend in San Francisco. He wants me to go over there. My flights keep heading to Asia. American people are number one for me. Okay, that sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good. Let's see. Bilbo Kelso. The reason Elizabeth was made queen is because she had no brothers to become king. Okay, okay, fair enough. Eastern man, the Queen Mother was Queen Elizabeth. When her daughter became queen, she was referred to as the Queen Mother to stop confusion. I would have thought some hatred would have kept in there. Mum, I've got news for you. You're not queen anymore. I am. Oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder they all hate each other. Okay. So, Bilbo Kelso. He's asking you the question. Dave, where in Pattaya do you stay?
Jomtien. My condo is in Jomtien.
Yeah, Jomtien. So do you go to the bars regularly in Jomtien or just fleetingly?
Well, yeah, but you know, Jomtien, it's a quiet town, so I kind of mix it up. Half the time I go up to Pattaya Central, and the other times I kind of hang out around Jomtien Beach.
Yeah. Okay. One thing about you, I've never actually gone to Jomtien at nighttime. I've only ever been there at the daytime. What it is, it's occasionally when I'm in Pattaya, I feel it gets a little bit claustrophobic and I want to go somewhere else. So I'll get a BART bus to Jomtien, and it's nice, but it gets a little bit dull. Maybe if I seen it at nighttime, you know, I'd think more of it. But it looks like a nice enough place.
Yeah, it's more quiet. No go-go bars. There's only one that's allowed to be down there, the Viper Room.
Yeah. Well, Bilbo Kelso says, as I like the North Nuklua Road end. Yeah. Isn't Nuklua the other? That's the...
that's the other way.
Yeah, the other way. Isn't it? What one is it Pratt? A guy got in touch with me on Facebook, and I should get in touch with him. He doesn't think about it. He got COVID after that, and he took me on his motorbike around some of those places in the Pratamak area, and that the area between Jomtien and Pattaya has got a lot going for it. There's a lot there, really. So
Pratamak, the princess lives there, so they're not allowed to have music and bars and everything after 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but it's a lovely it's some lovely place. What is that beautiful? It's a cozy beach.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. That's lovely. A lot of good stuff down that way.
You can walk from there down to Dong Tan Beach in about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, KC says, how do you get money in your long trips? Do you use UK bank card abroad, or do you transfer money? Let's say well, I take some cash out with me, and then I use an ATM. I know it's not the best result, but don't forget, I don't stay in Thailand. I go to other countries as well, really. But I don't use Western Union. I just prefer the simpler. I've found the ATMs in Thailand to be really reliable. And in Cambodia as well. Believe it or
I
not.
always bring cash.
Yeah, yeah. I bring a bit of cash until it runs out, and then I'd use the bank card. Sean Harris, have you ever been to the Therme bar in Bangkok? I'll let you answer that one. Yeah, is it good?
I have, but not in a long, long time. Therme is known as the top freelancer bar in Bangkok.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you don't want to deal with all the BS and all the other bars, you go to the Therme bar. It's over in Sukhumvit.
Yeah, yeah. I probably passed it a lot of times. I couldn't actually point out where
well, it's kind of like a secret. They call it a coffee shop, because it's downstairs and, this and this. But I used to go to it years ago. We used to head to that place straight from the airport.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I've heard some stuff. I mean, it's one of those things I've never bothered, because if you're staying in Soi 4 and you go between there and Soi Cowboy, I mean, I don't really think you need anything in between, really.
If you walk by Therme bar, you wouldn't even know you walked by it. You got to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. Bill Bout Kelso says, Dave, I'm looking at Jom Tien to live. I'm 60. Would you recommend Jom Tien as a good place to live?
Renting or buying? If you're going to buy, now's the time to buy. Condo prices are going back up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Jom Tien, I mean, there's a few people I know of who have retired out of Thailand, and Jom Tien is the place that needs to. I think I'd rather live in Jom Tien, simply because, I mean, if you lived in Pattaya, you'd probably get to overdose on Pattaya. And really, whereas in Jom Tien, you could have a quieter life, where you've got Pattaya not very far away whenever you want it, really. So, Jom Tien looks like a nice place. Bilbao Kelso. Ed, I was in Legend Bar, Soi 7, Jom Tien one night, and was talking to people who said they knew you and your family. They're bullshitting. They're bullshitting. Don't listen to them. Okay, London Cab Thailand. Dave, have you ever used Super Rich Exchange? I'm a bit wary of using them.
I used them once. I don't think they're around anymore, but I always use TT. They always have the best rate. TT Exchange, they're everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now. Anyway, we've been on for an hour and seven minutes, and this was an extra live stream. I wanted Dave to come on last night, but I got confused. I forgot about the time difference, and anyway, Dave is suffering from a food-related illness at the moment, but he's been in Thailand for 6 weeks. He's going home soon, and overall, Dave, have you had a good time?
Yeah. It was definitely, the Songkran was worth it. I'm never doing it again like that, but I wanted to do it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. So you've had a good time anyway. I tell you what's amazing. I normally repeat myself, but oh my God, our winter in England just goes on too long. I came back 2 months ago to England, haven't escaped the winter for 4 months. And then 2 months after coming back, it still feels like winter. Oh, my God.
Hey, we're having the same problem in California right now. It's just dragging on. I'm looking at the temps back at home, and it's still 50s, sorry, in Fahrenheit, but what is that, about 15 C? I mean, it's already May, and it's still 15 C.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, in England, we get a heat wave. When we get a heat wave, we don't call it. We call it a heat wave. We don't get summers. We get the occasional heat wave when all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere. And the next thing you know, people will be moaning it's too hot. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now. Let's see. London Cab Thailand. Have a good day, everyone. Okay, thank you, mate. Rent Boy. No. Get well soon, Dave. And anyway, okay. So listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. A big thanks to Dave for coming along. Now he's had a great time in Thailand. A big thanks to him for giving us some information on it. Anyway, and what else I can do is say, thanks for coming along and get well soon, Dave. Anyway, okay. All the best,
Thanks
Dave.
a lot.
Anyway, cheers. Okay, so that was a big thanks to David there in Bangkok, and we wish him well. A big thanks for you for coming along. I think this time on a Sunday, what time we start? It's 12:30 Sunday time, 12:30 p.m. It's not a bad time. Maybe get a few guests on it, and maybe do a little more at this time anyway. But anyway, Mark Oleg, take care of yourself, Dave. Great last. Okay, thanks for that, Mark. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate you coming along, and everybody else, a big thanks. I done a live stream last night, a live stream now anyway, a little pop-up live stream. So all I'll say is have a great day, a great evening at whatever you're doing, and I'll see you at Monday at 9 p.m. on the Steady Eddie live channel. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming along.